Lots to do and precious little time.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Welcome.
Always the same. They are today. Just how I like it.
I can't get the salt off my skin.
Mayhap and Noble will
Might
succumb to my
be a
charges.
Lonely life.
I need of a few things.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Time to catch myself.
Lots to do
Talk
and
around
precious
town.
little time.
They know when you breathe the last.
Welcome.
The sky
Tad
always
rowdy,
puts me in a
but I shan't
contemplative
complain.
mood.
Nice scuffle.
Well met,
lonely
sir.
life, honest.
Hark at me, away with the fairies.
Welcome.
All this worrying is getting me in.
What should I get up
I'm
to
not sure
today?
what to do with myself today.
Oh dear.
Tad rowdy.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak.
Welcome.
These lights.
There's no shame.
Well met, sir.
Life for its pleasures.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish the— What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation? I thank you, your Majesty. There are 3 locales. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
Tad rowdy. Sprinkle of this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
I've been here so long.
Lots to do. Got precious little time. This might contain...
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray.
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
That looks...
Welcome and well met. Don't think I forgot. Gotten your discount now. I'll not. A few gold pieces off aught you buy. Do come again.
Why is everyone always in such a hurry?
What manner of fish is this?
I'll grow old here if I'm not careful.
I don't want to.
That old fool
Suppose I
wouldn't
can
last a
finish
day
it
without
tomorrow.
me.
I wish I could go on an adventure. Here you are, sir. From me to you.
Mayhap I ought find myself a better name.
Suppose I ought to earn. Suppose that's enough for one day.
No sense travelling when I'm happiest here.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Such as this.
Right, that's one order done.
Got to make hay while the sun shines.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
A sprinkle of misfortune can make a pleasant space.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Washes all my troubles clean away.
Enjoy it. Learn when I can.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here. day, sir. What might you be looking for?
This town must have needs. It is my duty to find
Am
them.
I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
This garden's giving me an achy back.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
Slim pickings of late. My wind in my touch.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Go on, have a look. Finish it tomorrow.
Damn near enough.
Would that such tranquility could last.
I suppose 'tis so.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit. Let's do that thing and go to waste.
Hold fast, Prison! I shan't let you fall!
It's your turn.
Not much going
Stepped in it.
Or to polish up my gear for the model. Can't expect
Fancy a gander?
Hail! You a soldier? We've had to start.
Is that so?
Lachlan.
Aye.
Ricardo.
What? Weren't how?
This is the first I'd say. You seem stout of heart. You've my thanks. And Ricardo.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed. We're in fine form. Our foe will soon be sorry to have challenged us. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
How am I meant to slay the beast if I cannot strike them? Get down here, you benefit.
Aye. I'm about to commence the troops' training regime. So if 'tisn't an urgent matter, it can wait. Who are you?
Have you come to aid me? See, Phil and Enrique sent you to watch my back, okay? It's not the first time I've caused them worry. But never mind that now. We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir. It isn't you. I've only just enlisted. You saved me this. Well, I'd best be heading.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defense. Shall we discuss tactics now or later? A visit to Melve might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Hail, friend.
Aye, that it was.
'Twas a bit too early. We'll be extending his training period.
Speaking of trick...
We have succeeded in defending our charge. A sign of good things to come.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen. Goblins, Master! I suppose I'll handle this.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
And before I forget, something to note. None of our number are trained in the healing arts.
'Tis worth considering. A mage with knowledge of the curative arts could be our barrier twixt life and death.
Tis a pleasure to meet you. If ever you've need of an aid,
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
So, this is Melve. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see.
Pity, brother.
What a bother.
Hast thou forgotten?
Do not test me.
We must withdraw!
Can you hear me, sir? Sir? Thank goodness. This is the second time I've watched over you like this. You do not remember? You withstood the fire. I had thought your life forfeit. Arisen? Does it have aught to... They said 'twas so that your wounds...
I am of the border.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. The ruler of Vermont. If you claim the same, I dispatched a missive. Would you be willing to accompany? Oh, but I would not. Come to think of it, mayhap now would be a...
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Oh, have you... Oh, no. I'm an apothecary, so when I had... But, well, as luck will be ashamed to return empty-handed after... What? Suppose there's no... Seems my luck's...
We could make the fruit fraudulent ourselves, or simply purchase...
Ah, well... Bet. Here for some fruit. Roberant, are we? Always a pleasure.
What say we see this delivered?
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit? I haven't much to offer in...
You really ought to have returned by now.
Well, she told me all about it. I'm in your debt. Now, tell me. Perhaps you already know. Well, now, go on. If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can... Very well. But I shan't take up any more.
Here at the inn, we also offer... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time.
A moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
They do say good things come to those who wait.
Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
So this is where you've been.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
There's a ladder here. After you, Arisen.
'Tis quiet about.
Ah, you first and foremost, my thanks. Are you good? Then...
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Honestly, let all that grim go to waste.
Have my protection. It was excellent. I could have done no better.
It's a bit early to be thanks to me. The enemy yet remains.
Splendid.
Masterfully done.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
The Arisen is our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
Might we remove this hindrance?
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. I bet you'll be one of mine. Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
You have my support.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Hold here a moment.
Who's that you've brought with...
An arisen.
An arisen?
'Tis uncertain.
What?
I'm well aware of how, if the claim is false. All's been arranged.
I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
An ox cart was meant...
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
If anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
Oof. My back's grown rather heavy.
Let's see. What can we do without?
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon.
Glad thing.
We must not let down our guard. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait a moment.
trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next. I'll turn you into a pin.
I cannot fall this power.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Townspeople depend on me. How dare you! Naught more can be done. I mislike the look of this.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Are you alright? Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Resting when and where you can is the secret to weathering a long journey.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
What's this? We're trapped. Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops!
Our foe is unbalanced.
There is no better time to strike.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. Prepare yourself. I've hold of the arm. Now bring it down and let's take our fury. If you lend me a hand.
Seems we have enraged our foe.
Reckless opponents may freeze his brain.
If we want to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
No quarrel here.
We would do well to seek the high ground when fighting on an incline. We make overpowering our foes all the simpler.
Fall back!
It's time we made the pact.
You have my gratitude, sir. It would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another, yet the value you showed, and give it to one of the... You're free to make... of course, if you'd rather... Well now, the road's blocked. A powerful current.
Look here. Water is seeping through the cracks.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most...
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend... Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look. I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
Goblins! What rotten luck!
Goblins, master!
Leave it.
Nicely done.
I'm merely...
Now you've done it. Huzzah!
I'll sleep like a log tonight.
Seems we drove... Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart.
Wearing armor all day.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Hang in there, master. I'm coming to assist.
I was informed.
Captain Brandt, though I admit
This one's not about...
As decreed by that arisen now, it follows there. You must submit to question it. I shall conduct the I beg your forgiveness. If the Queen Regent, I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender. Lest then you have truly lost you. Some days pass, the people rejoice. Yet, not... The assassin thus, following that, however, I shall devise some plans. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission.
Pray forgive me.
Consign it! Get back! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past? Many thanks. I'll catch that.
You're a kind one, aren't you? In fact, there...
Aha!
Oh, apologies, but...
Sometimes I best earn my living.
I've not trained for this.
I'm overdue a day off.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
How am I to pay these debts? Not selling.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
This isn't much to go on. Now,
I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest.
got to try to enjoy life.
And I shan't resist.
Well met, sir. I've been
I'm
here
the spirit
so
of a woman half
long,
my
I
age.
almost forgot why I came.
Let's take it easy today.
Well met. You are come to... You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Only fools and urchins.
Could use a dash of salt. You ever try cooking?
Let's make ready for the morrow.
Well met, sir. When did I get here?
My bed,
All
please.
the gold I can while I'm here.
Now this is a conundrum.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time.
Your Majesty, 'tis not a matter for... As I informed you, should Deed yet if we are to prove it was delayed, the central players and none would only select members if your Majesty is to be counted among them. The citizenry, what say you? I thank you. The first is Trevo, next is Half Village. Finally,
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well met, sir. I thought so. That girl's all... Now listen, 'tis a... Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your...
Always a pleasure.
This really is fine craftsmanship.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses...
This is for you. What do you...
Might as well take a look while you're here.
Welcome to Pure, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, Just remember, misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the... Fancy a look at my wares?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Know that lass from somewhere. Need anything? Need anything? Many thanks.
Over here, if you please.
Somehow my feet always carry me. Well met, sir.
Stand strong!
Such worn out gear. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? There's trade to be had in times both fair and fell. You know where to find me.
How dare you!
Always sets me to think, this place. Well met.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
Greetings. Welcome. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registry. You see, and we cannot simply purchase. So regrettably, I can't. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick he runs the local armory. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
Well met, sir.
I've
There
never heard
was the
such
patient, man.
Would you mind coming over here?
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see.
This place is very true.
Might try my hand at a new trade.
Nothing more dreadful.
Even getting comfortable.
This way, master.
Find myself some work today.
Not a foe in sight.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
this is most convenient. Another destination we were bound. For is not far from here.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
Oh dear.
Stop that!
Do you suppose that was funny?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Now this is a bridge one can cross without fear.
Built with the people's blood, sweat, and taxes, no doubt. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's all to be found while we're here? Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Glad to see you have the matter in hand. Take that!
I shall remain by your side.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets the worm, as they say.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Skeleton! There!
This foe isn't troubled by lightning strikes.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
You ought not to go charging off alone.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing.
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful.
I'll turn you into a pinprick. Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
I expect this would fetch you.
We've got goblins!
We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
Well said. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? One moment. I believe we are bound for... Yes, I know the place. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
I suppose we'll just have to go where we're busy. Good thing we're used to thinking on our feet. Of course, it's awesome. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't stand the thrill without getting done.
Let me get that.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in. just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Now.
Where the Saurians?
Fire won't do much good here. Best to try and help. Would seem I've some catching up to do.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen. My curative magic is wait a moment.
Not an enemy to be taken lightly. We must strike boldly with the presence of mind.
Perhaps. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Take care where you place your feet. A sharp incline is like to throw us off balance towards our enemy.
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
We were overconfident in our abilities. It is a painful reminder that fortune will not always favor us.
I've just discovered a hidden route. Where might it take us, I wonder?
Do you mean to proceed? My, you're a bold one.
Well done, Arisen.
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Now there's a thought. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Tremendous work!
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
Cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
What I wouldn't give for a map. Particularly one that can tell us where all the treasure lies. Look, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here. You are in need of feeding. Allow me. Wait right there.
I did my best to match your skill, Master. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. We are none of us alike in vocation.
'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Out the flames before it is too late.
At once, Master. Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade.
Tis done.
Not a bad idea.
You've a strong heart. Was this simple? I don't know where we'd be if you hadn't come along. I pray you'll let me repay the favour, if e'er there's a chance.
Would you mind coming over here? Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me.
Let me get that.
Douse the flames before 'tis too late. Over here, if you please.
Are you in need of healing, Arisen?
If we must, let us finish this quickly.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Right now.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
We'll manage, whatever comes. We always do, don't we? Though we may not die in battle, it's a far cry from being invincible.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
Happily said.
Methinks we can move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice. Master, I'm not sure how much longer I can... keep going without rest.
We really ought to take a moment to catch our breath, if we can spare one. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? More foes? I can scarce feel my arm from the last battle.
Stay with me. Wait a moment.
A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way. Let us proceed to the next location. Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. Pray, follow me. Are you coming, Master? Our path is here.
'Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach. I shall fly to your aid, Master. Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Why don't we go take a look? I'll turn you into a pit.
One of us has been drenched.
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Most effective.
Follow me, if you would.
Is there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful.
Glad thing.
Try not to get hit. Let's do that bin go to waste.
Well, that wasn't a homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village would be in a bad way.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether it will be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide. I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Truly?
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Will that be all then? Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Have you found any of the items we discussed? Do come again.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
Need anything?
I could do with a few more hours.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Go on, have a look. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch in my case.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence. And in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company...
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the full... most hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Welcome to Bjorn's Armor, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
So, we meet again. Might as well take a look. While you're here, eh? Many thanks. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
This really is fine craftsmanship.
Well, good on you, sir. I appreciate you stopping by. Go on, off with you.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Need anything?
Would that I could spend all day here.